Do you believe that men initially do really nice things for women because they eventually want sex?
A majority of the time.
If so, why would a woman ever accept an extravagant offer from a man if she wasn't interested in having sex?
Because why not just get what you can?
There are some greedy broads out there, you know? If you're not going to give when you take.
I mean, they're the ones asking you, and they don't have to do something extravagant. It's a choice, and they're choosing to do it, and you're just accepting it. It is what it is.
Isn't that leading a man on?
Yes. And I don't agree with it.
Yes, leading a man on for extravagant said offer without putting out.
Nice guy and a good man. Nice guys will play the part because they're expecting something in return. Nice guys will do favors for women with the expectation of sex as a return favor. Good men will do favors because out of the goodness of their heart for the goodness of humanity and without expecting something in return.
Why do so many women think sex is the only thing men care about when it's usually just the first thing?
Probably because we all been through the same shit over and over and over again. Like, every guy that walks up to you, that's what they want from you. Like, they want to sleep with you. It's like hit it and quit it type shit, period.
They think it's the only thing because, you know, we vultures, we men, we lions out here. We pounce on everything we see.
If you're gonna fuck me on the first date, then I don't want to be with you because you obviously don't care about anything else than what the fuck I look like.
I believe that a lot of women think it's the only thing a man cares about because it's the first thing. Because for women, we tend to prioritize where something is going, where the intentions are, where the investments are, whereas a man likes to start with the sex and then determine whether or not he wants to factor in any of those other things. And because of that, that is one of the last things we consider most often, whereas that's one of the first things men consider. For us, it feels like if that's what they're jumping to, then all the things before it must not matter to them.
What is the first thing that pops into your head when you see a really hot guy?
Damn, he's hot.
I hope he notices me.
I observe how much work he's taken to get there, the physical and mental discipline that it would have taken to get to that point. I reflect on the fact that that must have taken some good qualities and character for him to have achieved that look. I don't immediately think about, oh, I want to sleep with him. I more observe the amount.
I think that I see them and they're hot and I just want to sleep with them.
I think that's actually a perfect example of how different people can be. What I see is I see the effort that they put into that. What she sees is a really, really hot guy that she wouldn't mind getting in bed with. Everybody's different, men and women.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? Men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears.
I think that's true because men say tend to say a lot of things to get to a woman to do certain things. Like, they lie and stuff like that, or may like love bomb, kind of. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's meaning those kind of things. And women believe it.
Isn't that why women wear makeup and it's why men lie?
Yeah,
No.
exactly true.
No.
And also pretty girls have endless opportunities with the same guy.
Isn't that why women wear makeup and it's why men lie?
That's cute. I like it. But men also have beards to hide their faces.
And hats.
So we all do things to hide our faces with the eyes and appear better looking to people.
When it comes to relationships, what do women bring to the table?
We're women, we're just superior, period.
Some women believe that they don't have to bring anything to the table, and just by being a woman, that's enough. Other women believe that they should bring character, morals, standards, loyalty, intellect, conversation, fun, livelihood.
What do I bring to the table?
So I'm thinking.
Nothing.
Sense of
Literally
humor?
nothing.
No.
Yeah, humor. I bring
Look at
no.
you.
I do a lot in the beginning too. I also put myself out there and pretend like I'm a very homely homemaker, and then as time goes on, I let that go.
A lot of women have brought those things to the table, and then they've gotten screwed by men who took advantage of what they were bringing to the table. Now, unfortunately, I do believe that men have a mentality of, you think about a mentality that a man is taught for work. Get as much as you can for as little effort as possible. That's how you climb the ladder. Most men are not taught how to do relationships. They're taught how to succeed in the workplace. And a lot of men, because they aren't taught relationships from their fathers, they transfer that mentality into relationships. What we end up seeing then is men that are testing the waters. How little can I put in for a maximum return? and women feel used. Because of that, women feel like they don't have to bring anything to the table anymore, and that they should just be appreciated for just simply being there, and it's a very toxic cycle.
Men are typically expected to court women, approach women, ask them out on dates, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. What are women expected to do to build a relationship?
Well, I feel like a woman is where it all starts. Like, without a woman, there would be no relationship. Like, I don't know. Men don't know what they're doing without a woman. So, like, why do you think men are always chasing women? Because what are they supposed to do without us?
I mean, stereotypically, women are supposed to be these pretty little feathers that, guys can pick up and you can wine and dine and take home. So that's what they're supposed to bring to the table.
Could that possibly be a reason why so many men want sex without relationships?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it fair to assume that the women who complain men only want sex is because sex is all those women are bringing to the table?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm a woman, so I'm crazy. I can do whatever I want, and he should just bring everything, and I'm just going to sit back in my golden throne and watch what he brings to the table. Women should humble themselves and work on their character so that they have something to bring to the relationship as well.
Who is more shallow, men or women?
Sorry. Both. We all are. We all are.
Women are more shallow because they want too many things out of this world. It's like you can never please them. No matter how much you give, it's like you still got to keep giving. At Tiffany & Co., Fendi, that's why all these stores are here, Louis Vuitton. They can't get enough of these Birkin bags. It's crazy.
Are women more shallow because they want too many things, or are men more shallow because they only want one thing?
Women expect the impossible sometimes, I think.
That's a good point. I don't know.
When it comes to dating, do women care more about what men actually want or what women think men should want?
The first one.
What do men actually want?
I don't know. I wish I did know. I think we're all kind of wondering.
No, I think women care about what they want, like what she wants. When I go on a date, I don't care what he wants. Like, I'm looking if I really like the guy, not if that guy is liking me back.
When we're picking a long-term mate, we're going to be looking for men that want things that we want, meaning long-term relationships, loyalty. They're going to want to put aside selfishness in order to preserve the betterment of the commitment between the two of those people. And there are a lot of men that want that, but it's not to say that men that want casual sex or hookups or whatever it is, that we don't think that they should want that. We're just looking for the ones that want what we think they should want, and typically what we think they should want is going to line up with what we want.
When you first meet a guy, how do you decide if he's going to be a friend or more than a friend? And more importantly, when do you decide? Because it's often said a woman will know right away.
The vibes, energy. You can feel it in the energy. If you don't connect with somebody right away, then I feel like there's no point. Like, there's no point at all. Why would you have to work for it when there's people out there when it's just like a snap, like you just feel it?
You can tell if you're attracted to somebody instantly, but I also have had bonds that have grown. So you can't really tell. I don't care what people say. You can have an instant attraction, but it can grow.
I was married and I got unmarried because I had an instant attraction with somebody one time.
What is the difference between a romantic relationship versus friends with benefits?
Well, if it's friends with benefits, you're f***ing. If you're in a relationship, there's an emotional connection.
Yeah, usually friends with benefits, which I've had before in the past, is just, hey, can we hook up? Cool. Okay, we're done. Great, bye.
Who is more likely to want friends with benefits, men or women?
Whoever's hornier.
Who is more likely to want friends with benefits, men or women?
Men.
Why?
Isn't that an obvious answer?
If men typically just want sex, why aren't most relationships friends with benefits?
Because women get what they want.
I don't think men just typically want sex. They also want belonging and love too. But of course, on the stereotypical outside, they want sex. But guess what? Women these days want sex too. And now we're more open and honest about it.
What's the difference between the type of woman men want to sleep with and the type men want relationships with?
Men want to sleep with someone who they consider sexy and hot, but they want a relationship with someone that they want to have a family with and have kids with.
Are women today more interested in relationships or hookups?
I feel like low-key hookups because relationships are shit.
We want relationships. Like, here's my opinion on the situation. I think most women want relationships, but they've been taught that relationships are not going to give them anything worthwhile. So they've been taught that the only way for them to get ahead is to play into hookup culture. So most women are engaging in hookup culture, but if you really get down to what they want relationships, but they've given up on them.
So if women are more interested in hookups, how can a man let a woman know he just wants to hook up without making her feel like a slut?
I say just be straight up.
He can just say it to her face. It's not so hard to be honest.
Just say it.
Say it. Be honest.
He could tell her straight up over the text or before they even get to meeting. Before, like, let it be known. Let the line be known before anything starts, you know?
If women want honesty, why do they complain that men only want sex?
If women want honesty, why do they complain when men only want sex? That's a good ass question. They can't handle the truth. It looks like basically they can't handle the truth, because if you tell them the truth that you just want it for one night.
Are women more impressed by what a guy is willing or unwilling to do in order to get sex?
Ooh. Kind of like both. Like, I don't know. Kind of what they're willing to do.
Because they'll
Like,
go to. I feel like they'll go to the extreme.
So do you like it if a guy like will simp for you, kind of, or?
Yeah.
yeah, that shit's hot.
Yeah.
But like, not on a level that it's like you're too nice to me. Like, don't be too nice to me.
So like be nice but not too nice.
Nah, don't be too
Yes.
nice. Like, don't like.
Exactly.
No, like we gotta like be kind of toxic.
Oh man, women like toxic guys.
It's a real thing.
If he is extremely nice, that gives like a feminine energy vibe. So it's like a turn off, and it's like a completely no, like friend zone.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? A woman is more likely to feel emotionally connected before she can experience physical intimacy, while a man is more likely to experience physical intimacy before he can feel emotionally connected.
I've had a girlfriend that said that. She was like, I need to feel emotionally connected before I can do anything with them. I have been the opposite. If physically I'm attracted to somebody, I'm into it and I'm ready to go.
A lot of men use sex in place of emotional intimacy. So a lot of men think that they're building emotional intimacy through sex, and then it turns out it's kind of the only outlet they know of to experience emotions.
Do you believe that having sex on a first date discourages a man from wanting a potential relationship?
Not with me and Jess, but yes.
Some dudes feel like they conquered it and they're like, all right, we're done.
Post-nut clarity.
If a woman gives a man sex right away, do you think he's going to think more or less of her?
I believe that oftentimes men will think less because they may view her as easy to access, and that may make them doubt whether or not she's going to stay loyal long term. That does not necessarily mean that that's true, but it does mean it might give the man that impression.
Why would the man automatically see her as easy to access as opposed to seeing himself as the right guy who she'll break rules for?
You know what's funny? I actually do believe that a lot of people get into that mindset of thinking they're going to be the special one that changes somebody's nature. And I think a lot of men and women fall into that. I don't really believe that any man is going to just jump to conclusions rather than thinking he's the special exception that's going to change her. I think that is completely dependent on the man.